This is actually a bit naughty of me. Considering I kept a pregnancy private for 6 months, you would think I was much better at secret keeping than I actually am. I'm actually not supposed to be filming here right now. It's actually supposed to be for private eyes only, this area. But I just can't help it. We literally have just finished like sorting this out today. And I'm just in love with it. I really want to show you guys more. But this is it. I'm keeping it to this corner. Secret project. New environment, new things for this year are coming. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel guys. How are you all today? I really hope you're having a lovely day so far. You have absolutely no idea how good it feels to me to be sat here filming this video with you all. The news is out. The big announcement vids and the catching up are all done, and we are finally here in real time catching up with the fact I am pregnant with my second beautiful baby, if you didn't already know. You know what they say, new year, new baby? Who said that? Me. 2023, new baby, new me, new level of motherhood unlocked. Mum of two vibe. What? How? I don't know how I'm at the stage in my life already where I am literally a mother of two. So I thought for today's video we could do a bit of a Q&A catch up. I mean, we have literally 6 months to catch up on, guys. Like, there's a lot to process and go through. If you haven't got one already, then make sure you've got a drink. I've got some water today actually. Usually I demand you all to go and get a cup of tea, but that would be like my third or fourth one of the day, so I'm sticking to water today. But if you've got your tea, love that for you, babe. Asked you guys on my Instagram what you guys wanted to know. Let's have a big catch up. And as usual, you guys have asked me lots of lovely questions, and I just want to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, the biggest thank you for all of your love and well wishes for our family and for our pregnancy, and just for the pure excitement for baby Swift number 2. Like, the love and the support and the friendship that we have really felt from you guys has been so astounding and just has felt really big, and it's just felt like a real blessing to be able to share this with you all. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, let's just get straight into it. Demi asks, were you trying or was it a surprise? I know you wanted a close age gap. PS, so happy for you. Thank you so much, my love. So short answer is yes, we were trying. We decided once Saint had turned 1 and Saint's birthday is on the 10th of July. We just kind of wanted to see what happened. If you guys know our whole kind of like pregnancy story with Saint last time around, Saint is my firstborn, if you guys don't know. My gorgeous reason why I'm here, light of my life, star in my sky. We were incredibly lucky and fell pregnant very, very quickly with Saint. So I think I literally came off the pill, had 1 cycle, this was the same. Didn't ovulate in that first cycle, which I think is really common because I'd been on birth control for literally so long, and then fell pregnant in the next cycle. So it happened very quickly. Obviously felt incredibly blessed and incredibly lucky, and will never take that for granted ever. The second time around, we just had no idea if it was going to be the same again, and we knew that we really wanted more children. We knew that we would have loved another baby. We knew that we wanted Saint and the new baby to be very close in age. The difference between me and my younger sister is 2.5 years, and I knew that that is like not the max of what I wanted the age gap to be, but I knew that around 2 years was kind of like a right timing. And the only thing is, we were getting married in August, so we were like, let's wait until after the wedding and let's start trying in around September time. Like, let's just give ourselves from like September to Christmas just to see what happens. But if there's one thing I feel like my husband now has learned from his wife, conceiving 2 babies together, it's don't say to me that we're going to try for another baby and expect it to be laid back. Because once you give me the idea of babies, I'm like, let's go. Let's go. I'm so broody. Honestly, I've had to Connor, I think, about 15 times in this pregnancy so far. Like, thank God we're having another one already, because look at like newborn pictures of Saint and like even pictures of Saint from like last week, and I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to deal with the fact that he's never going to be that young again? So I'm so broody. I really do want all the babies. Luckily, I've married someone who is very much on the same wavelength. We literally want like so many kids. So anyway, getting back to the story. We'd originally said, let's wait until after the wedding. Guys, I had this conversation around Saint's first birthday. It was like, yeah, cool. I was like, you know, it started brewing in my head, like, new baby, want another baby, feeling really broody, want another baby. I said to Con, I'm just gonna track my ovulation. I'm just gonna see what happens. From that point, Con was like, okay, he read between the lines, because there's no way if I know I'm ovulating, I'm not gonna go TikTok. Do you know what I mean? TikTok Con. Today's a big day for my body. I also honestly think, getting into a separate conversation, that tracking my ovulation and tracking my cycles is the reason that we managed to fall pregnant so quickly with Saint and with this baby. Like, honestly speaking, we didn't leave any room for messing around, babe, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna link it down below for you guys, the Clear Blue fertility monitor. I swear on my life, it's the reason why I've got Saint, and it's the reason why I've got this baby. Like, I always think it's so incredible and so fascinating to think about, like, the different versions of babies that could have. Like, it's one egg and it's one sperm, and it's like, out of all of them, I can't believe we were lucky enough to get Saint and lucky enough to have this baby, do you know what I mean? It's like so bizarre to almost think that, like, from month to month, like, this is going on a real tangent, but like from month to month you could have a different baby basically. Anyway, I digress incredibly a lot. Decided in July that we wanted to start trying for a baby in September, but as I have explained, I was like, okay, you've just told me I can have another baby, so let's just go. Let's just do it. But also, I just had a feeling this new baby, the next addition to our family, was like on the outskirts of our energy waiting to come in, genuinely. And listen, you might think I sound bizarre. Think I sound bizarre, babe? I'm telling you, my child was speaking to me. I just knew that this child was ready to come into the world. I'm like, oh my God, I really think like this next child is ready. And they're right there, Con, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. I said to myself, like, start trying now, and if you feel pregnant, you know that you were right. We fell pregnant on the first month, and I literally feel like the most blessed woman in the world. Like, I genuinely cannot tell you guys how thankful I am. Blissful and easy of a journey it was for us, and I know that it's certainly not like that for so many other couples out there. Yeah, that's the long and short of it. And I'm 22 minutes into filming, I've answered one question. Cheers! This is the catch up you all wanted, right? I also will say, actually, sorry if the lighting is going funny, I feel like it might start getting a bit dark in this video. We're at a funny time of day, it's 3:30. I need to wrap this up and I can't take 20 minutes for every question. One thing I will say, I've had a lot of like spiritual based questions and a lot of followers from my last pregnancy who know that I had a dream, a visiting dream from my mum who passed a year before Saint was born, all about Saint basically. I can't remember if it was like just as I fell pregnant or before I even was pregnant with him, but I've had a lot of questions about that and if I had something similar for this pregnancy. The one thing I did really have, and this was even before Connor and I had agreed to start trying maybe that little bit earlier than what we had originally always discussed, I did have a genuine, like, reoccurring dream of being at my wedding day and like telling our friends and family that we were having another baby at our wedding. That was before we'd even like started to conceive, so I just thought, oh, like that, oh, that was a gorgeous, I could wake up and think, oh, that was a gorgeous dream, like stunning timing, all the rest. Never did I actually think that would be my, like, that was like my higher self. Love and light. Had obviously loads of questions on how did you hide your pregnancy for so long and how did you feel keeping it a secret for so long. So happy for you. Thank you so much. With the whole keeping it a secret thing, I know you won't believe me when I say this, but that was genuinely like never our intention. I don't even know how the time ran away with us so much. I was all of a sudden 6 months pregnant and we hadn't even announced it on social media when social media is what we do, you know? It was a mixture of a few things, I think. First of all, in terms of my actual physical appearance and my bump, my body actually has been so incredibly different in this pregnancy. Lots of people find that they show earlier in their second pregnancy or third pregnancy compared to their first. I am actually the other way around. I didn't really start to show until I got to like around 16 weeks, which was late for me in comparison to my pregnancy with Saint, at which I had a small bump by like 12 weeks, honestly. So it took my body a much longer time to show this time. And I think the reason behind that is honestly nothing really to do with the different pregnancies. I think it's just because in between my starting point for when I was pregnant with Saint and my starting point for when I was pregnant with this baby, there is a 2 stone difference. I lost 2 stone in between those times of my life. Who knows? Not me, but all I know is the female body is incredible. If there's ever such a thing to really like totally recreate your relationship with your body image, it is a pregnancy. I cannot tell you how much I have adored both seasons of my life so far in being pregnant and bringing my children into this world, because it has taught me such an appreciation for the vessel of life that I am in. No longer look at my body as a vanity thing. I just think, oh, Jesus, you literally have grown 2 human beings. Do you know what I mean? I think another thing for me was that 2022 was the year of self for me. It was the year of healing, it was the year of setting boundaries, it was the year of ego death, it was the year of discovering who I am as an adult woman, as a now 27-year-old, turned 27 at the end of 2022. The healing that 2022 and the lessons that I learned through that year really shook so much of the structure of the way I'd been living my life since I have been 18 years old. I have like started uploading YouTube videos and stuff when I was 18. 18? You're a baby at 18? So I kind of felt a little bit as though things I had maybe, this is a much bigger conversation to perhaps have in another video, but I felt like there had been huge moments in my life since I'd been on the internet where I hadn't necessarily really created or set or even acknowledged boundaries and the difference between my worth in the online world and my worth in the real world, because they are 2 very separate things. Actually, I think this pregnancy and not feeling the need or the rush to announce it at 12 weeks when I did with Saint, not that there's anything wrong with announcing anything on social media whatsoever. That feels right to you, do it, honey. But for me, waiting until it felt right to announce my pregnancy on my own terms. There was something really like practicing everything I'd kind of been preaching to myself in 2022, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, because this was a very like inner and deep self-work journey that I've not really discussed, to be completely honest with you. The pregnancy was not a secret whatsoever in terms of our circle, our family, our friends. If you guys have seen our announcement video of like when I found out I was pregnant and stuff, you would know that we literally announced it to our family and friends on our wedding day, which I'm going to discuss in a minute because there are a few questions on that. It was never a secret in any way. It was more just about waiting until it felt right. And it did feel really right, and actually beautifully synchronized with the same day that we announced that Saint was on his way as well, 2 years ago. Announced on New Year's Day 2021, get my dates right, having Saint, and then New Year's Day 2023 we announced that this baby was on the way, so linked up wonderfully. There were definitely points like that I was pregnant and we hadn't announced it yet. I was really like, oh, I just kind of wish everybody knew, and all in divine timing. And now you all know. So I'm very, very excited to like have these last couple of months with you as like a big pregnancy excitement and rush. Stephanie asks, when do you plan to share baby number 2's gender? So excited for you all. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's just such a whirlwind. I still can't believe it, even though I've been sat here for like literally so long talking about it. Can't believe I'm having a baby. Again, kind of going off of the last point, like there's such a big part of me that just wishes I just had told you like yesterday, because I'm desperate to just like let it slip and just like talk about the baby, more of an identity to you. But at the same time, it's just something we just haven't got around to yet. I will absolutely be sharing it with you at some point, so don't worry, and I'm hoping that's going to be soon, because I don't know how much longer I can keep it within me. Morgan asked, have you started the nursery? I think this might be a reason as to why I haven't even really thought about how we're going to tell you the gender yet, because nursery and the baby's room is like a whole other conversation in itself. So obviously you have Saint's room, and then we have our bedroom, and then we have one more bedroom that is currently just being used as wardrobe storage. That will be the baby's room. But to be honest with you, I've literally not even thought about where to begin with the nursery, and literally time is ticking, Ellie, so we need to get on it, babe, okay? I was such a pro with Saint. Like, I swear by this point in my pregnancy with Saint, his room was literally finished. His room was done. Like, the boy had teddies in a lion storage basket. The stickers were on the wall. The clothes were hung up in his wardrobe at this point in my pregnancy with Saint. Like, oh my gosh. This time, not even thought about it. I think with pregnancy number 2, you don't have the time just to like sit and Pinterest because you've got a toddler to run around after or another child to run around after, you know. It is absolutely something on my to-do list, but life has just seemed so ridiculously busy. But yes, the nursery is a very exciting project that I can't wait to start. Faith asked, stretch marks? Question mark? Oh God, sorry, the lighting is getting really, really bad. This is my phone. Maybe I just need to have my phone here like this. My ring light's broken. I actually haven't developed any new ones yet. I say yet because I feel like I went through my entire pregnancy with Saint with no stretch marks, even though I got this like really big bump. And then the last like, I think it might have been month or maybe 6 weeks of my pregnancy with Saint, all of these stretch marks just came up out of the blue. The ones I had with Saint have come back. Then, like, I wouldn't say come back with a vengeance. Like, they're really not as dramatic as they were when I was pregnant with Saint, but we do still have a few weeks left, Ellie. But I haven't developed any new ones. But stretch marks, it's one of those things, like, it's gonna happen or it's not. It's kind of out of my control. I tried every cream and every lotion under the sun when I was pregnant with Saint. Thought I'd got the all clear. 6 weeks to go, out they popped. It's like, it is what it is, babe. Do you know what I mean? You're creating a miracle. I also think stretch marks are beautiful. To me, they're like a sign of carrying my child to life. Mic drop. Monique said, has Saint been more attached to you during pregnancy? Do you know what's funny? The first week that we were out in Ibiza for our wedding, I would have been very early pregnancy, and Saint, when we got to Ibiza, was like, he's always been a mummy's boy, but he like would not, there was no other way around it. He would not be not with me. Like, he had to be on my hip, holding my hand, constantly attached to me for the first week that we were there. And I thought, because I obviously didn't know I was pregnant at that point, I thought that it was just a change in environment. I thought that it was maybe the heat. I just thought he wasn't feeling great. He was out of his routine at home, you know. So I just thought it was that. But when I found out I was pregnant, speaking to someone out there who was really, really spiritual, and after I found out I was pregnant, I told them, and they were like, that is why Saint was so attached to you this like first week when you were here, because babies can sense it and they like know that there's something different going on. That made me honestly cry. I did have a cry about it because I thought my 1-year-old son is so intelligent. Also, it must have probably just been the hormones, but yeah, since then, like since I found out I was pregnant, he's just been same old. I mean, I could sit here and lie and I could be like, Saint's clingy days, because he absolutely does have clingy mummy days, which I love, down to him knowing I'm pregnant. At the same time, they're probably not. They're probably down to him just wanting the fruit shoot out the second cupboard down. Do you know what I mean? Like, have to be realistic here. I'm all for my spirituality, as you guys know, and I do think that first week he knew something was up, but ever since he's just been his normal self. I'm wanting a lot more fruit shoots. But I've been putting off for Saint, it's because he knows his mum's having another baby. Speaking of Saint, Laura asked, how have you managed the guilt of Saint not being your only baby anymore? I had a few questions like this. Lots of questions around guilt of having another baby, finding it really hard to think about this as like your last time with the one child that you have. I just want to ask you, if you are feeling those kind of emotions, which is very normal, instead of saying to yourself, I feel so guilty, I feel so sad that this is my last X amount of time with baby on their own, why don't you change that statement to, I am so excited. I am giving this baby a friend for life. I am here as their mother to give them what is already written in the stars is their new little BFF. And my heart is going to expand, and I'm going to have another baby to love just as much as I love my first. And I'm excited to see them step into their new journey of being an older brother or sister. I've honestly not really had any of those feelings of mum guilt because I am like bubbling with excitement to step into what was always going to happen. Like, we were always going to have another child. Saint was always going to be a big brother. I've always been so excited to see him step into that and to, like, you know, it's another baby to love. Like, when you are pregnant with your first, obviously everybody tells you and you already know how much you're going to love them. But with your second, you genuinely have experienced for yourself what that love feels like. And there is nobody that can tell you or prepare you for just how much you're gonna love this baby. Like, it is just simply something I don't think you can comprehend until you have your children here with you. Like, you just can't explain it. It's a love that you have never even thought would be possible before. You just simply cannot try to explain it, so I'm not going to sit here and try. But knowing how much I love Saint and adore every, like, molecule of the ground that he walks on, I would, oh my God, like, you would, do you know what, let's not even go there, because I love my son. Knowing how much I love my son makes me so excited to know that I get to experience that love again with another baby. Like, nothing more magical in the world to me. So don't feel guilt, because obviously it depends how young they are, but, like, Saint's never gonna remember, sadly. And that is sad. That does make me sad. Like, you know, some of these moments of the past 18 months, the first 18 months of his life, have been some of the happiest moments I will ever have in my entire life, and he won't remember that, and that does make me sad. But at the same time, he's never gonna know a life without this new baby coming into the world, and that is what I'm excited for. I'm excited for Saint. I'm excited for the new baby. You are enough. You do not need to feel guilt about your child having to share you, because you have enough love within you to give it to both children, to all children that you have. You are the mother that they have chosen in this lifetime. They are your babies for a reason. Let's not enter this new year with mum guilt. Let's enter it with mum thriving, because you're thriving, mum. And I promise you, your baby loves you just as much as they always did before, when you have another one too. Okay, final question now, because as you can probably tell, the lighting is definitely getting a little bit worse for wear, and I've been filming for a long time. So last question is by Jasmine, and she said, have you got a baby name? Obviously we know the gender, we haven't got a name. We've got a few in the basket that we are considering and we're playing around with, but you guys don't know, from my first pregnancy, we had a name for our son the entire pregnancy, the entire time. We had everything personalised. Everything you can think of that you would get something personalised for a new baby, we had. And the sign on a door for his bedroom, books, dressing gowns, teddies, toy boxes, everything. We had this name on all of those items. And then a week before, what did we decide to do but throw a spanner in the works by doing a test to see if we really, like, this name that we decided was it. Test failed, babe. We failed the test, and we decided that we liked Saint more than the original name in the end. And I kind of just don't want to do that to myself again, because although, like, this is just something that's going to sound probably really strange to a lot of people unless they've been in the same experience and, like, had the same emotions as me. Obviously, it was always Saint in my stomach. Like, obviously, babe, like, the baby didn't just change suddenly. Sperm and egg didn't just miraculously switch a week before we gave birth. DNA was always there. Saint was always going to be Saint. But there was something slightly just a bit like, I don't know how to describe it. I thought I was having this one baby for 95% of my pregnancy, and then the, like, idea of who that baby was under that name wasn't any longer. It sounds, again, like I said, really bizarre and really deep, especially if you, like, haven't understood it. You're probably thinking, what? But I just don't want to do that to myself again. I'm just gonna really go with the flow. Like I said, we have a few names that we like, but we are not stuck at all on anything, and we're just gonna wait until the baby is actually here to name them. And it's actually the same with my birth. I've had a few questions on birth. And I know I literally just said that name question was going to be the last one, but something shifted in between my 2 pregnancies, right? First pregnancy, perhaps it was because it was my first, perhaps it was because I was at a different state of mind and a different, it sounds like a really cliche and like dramatic thing to say because it was only 2 years ago, but I was at a very different point in my life mentally and almost to a degree a different person because I hadn't been through things then that I have been since. But in my first pregnancy, everything was go, 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 wanting to plan it all, having everything lined up. Like I said, you know, at points through this video, we had a name, we had the nursery, we announced at 12 weeks, we did this, we did that, blah, 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 blah. This pregnancy just feels very different for me. I'm just letting myself go with the flow so much more. Even with my birth with Saint, it was like, I was induced, obviously for a medical reason because they thought Saint was going to be too big. But when I was told I was going to be induced, it was like, to me at the time, it was like, oh my God, you've just won a gold medal because you're going to get this baby out and you're going to know when and you're going to have a date and blah, blah, blah. And that felt really great to me at the time. But this time, I'm just different and I really just want to see, like, let my body do it. Let my body do its thing. Name the baby when they're here. Tell the world we're having a baby when we feel ready. Telling the world the gender of that baby when we feel ready. In their room when it feels right to. All of these things, I'm really learning with this baby patience and timing and trusting myself and trusting the universe and knowing that it will get done all in divine timing, you know? Anyway, that is gonna go ahead and finish off today's video. Finally, guys, oh my God, we probably started the video in a completely different light to now. I'm really hoping it's still okay, not too dark. But thank you guys so much for catching up with me. Oh my gosh, this means we can actually finally get into pregnancy vlogs. I am so excited, guys. I can't wait to just go through the rest of this pregnancy now, talking everything through, sharing things with you guys in real time. There's so many fun things that we have to do together and I just can't wait. Feeling very honoured, feeling very blessed, feeling incredibly lucky to be this baby's mummy, Saint's mummy, just to be the woman I am for them today as their mum. Just feeling blessed to have you guys. Love you all so much and truly very thankful for you and your friendship. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget how magical you are. Don't forget how special you are and the power that you hold. You are worthy, you are loved, you are special, you're important, and I'm very grateful that you're here. Love you all so much. Have a lovely rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.